Hello, this is Torin at Connect the Political Dots. December 11th, 2017. A day that we'll always remember, especially New Yorkers. What happened in New York today was horrific. I mean, it's all over every news organization. It's what the news organizations are actually covering. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'll just come out and say it. A group of women got together today to talk badly about Donald Trump and accuse him of sexual molestation and sexual misconduct. I know, it's horrific, isn't it? It's terrible. This day will live forever. Oh, by the way, there was also a terrorist attack at the Port Authority building in New York where a guy blew himself up trying to kill Americans. But that, of course, takes a back seat to these women that we've heard of before the election that are being brought back up now. That's more important to the press. At least if you go to the press corps, if you go to the White House briefing, you would think that the only thing that happened today basically was women talking badly about Donald Trump. I mean, there were a couple that had asked about the terrorists. There were a couple. But most of the questions were geared at women, trying to guilt Sarah Huckabee because she's a woman in a high position supporting Donald Trump. Give me a break. So, Al Franken resigned. Or did he? John Conyers resigned. But is he really? You see, what's happening here is the accusation is becoming proof. My man Patrick Hampton was watching this news conference live with these women, right, and commenting on them. And what he said was this. Patrick Hampton said, they're setting up your sons, your nephews, your brothers, your father. They're setting them up for the future to be destroyed by any woman with any accusation about them. It's absolutely right. No proof is necessary, at least not when it comes to Republicans. See, with one more, there's no proof. 40-year-old allegations, a man has been married for 32 years happily to his wife with never an inkling of indiscretion, being destroyed by the media and the Democrats. Donald Trump, lots of women. Now, Donald Trump gave him some fodder by saying certain things at certain times, but there's no proof he did anything that these women say. None. But the accusation should be enough. The women are turning into a protected class, just like blacks were in the 1960s and like gays are today. A protected class. A protected class meaning that if they don't like what you say, they have more rights than you do. Men. The Democrat Party is willing to turn nature on its head to destroy Donald Trump. Men are naturally dominant. Men are naturally dominant. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, call me a feminist. That's okay. Men are naturally dominant. Naturally. Not every man is dominant, but men as a whole are dominant. They just are. The Democrats are willing to turn nature on its head to get rid of Donald Trump. They're willing to do it. But let me tell you, I blame Donald Trump for everything that's happening to him. And let me tell you why. I just want to be perfectly clear as to why I blame Donald Trump. Donald Trump made Mike Pence his vice president. Very soft-spoken, very faithful, very moral man, very good man, very decent man. However, he's no Donald Trump. They get rid of Donald Trump, Mike Pence isn't going to follow up. He can't. He doesn't have the authority to do that. He doesn't have what it takes to get what Donald Trump is getting done. He just doesn't. He just doesn't have it. He's too soft. Doesn't have the balls. Frankly, doesn't have the balls. If Donald Trump wanted to ensure his presidency, he'd have gone back and made up with Ted Cruz and made him the vice presidency. I guarantee you. The Democrats at that point would say, man, we can't get rid of Donald Trump because we can't have Ted Cruz up there. That would have saved all of this Russia talk wouldn't have been. They don't want to get rid of Donald Trump then. Because Donald Trump is listening to Ted Cruz. Giving back federal land, that's Ted Cruz. That's all Ted Cruz. Your income tax on a postcard, That's straight out of Ted Cruz. Everything Donald Trump is doing, he's listening to Ted, and thank you, Donald, for doing that. Thank you. Now, you want to get rid of Donald Trump? Do it at your own risk in 2020. Because this is my advice to Mr. Trump. Are you listening? Dump Pence. Trump Cruz 2020. Your presidency will be secure for the next 4 years. This country will greatly benefit for the next 16 because after you win in 2020 with Cruz as your VP, Cruz gets 8 years as the presidency, this country is back to almost its founding. Of course, without slavery, without suffrage. Stop being stupid, because I know what you're saying already. Oh, he wants to go back to slavery. Come on, shut up. Trump, Cruz, 2020. Pence, go back to the Senate. Go back to be a governor, whatever the hell you were doing. Donald Trump, you want to save your presidency? You want to make it something that's going to last forever? You want to go down as a great? Trump, Cruz, 2020.